Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
There.
It's Tuesday night. We are live for another Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and as always, I'm joined by Tony Has Nine Fingers. We can't hear you, Tony. You have to log out and log back in. Things are going great. Anyways, so, and also Chaos Madness is here.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, your camera, but Chaos's camera is off. Like I said, things are going great. So we do have a couple people here to talk about Sins of the Devil, unless I got that name wrong, and then continuing by making the show even better. I apologize, guys. We're going to try Gary. Let's see if your mic is working. Yes, no, maybe? A little bit, very faint. But Gary, you...
I'll just scream the whole time.
Yes, please, scream at the top of your lungs. So you are the director of the movie, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are the director. Welcome to the show. I want to go through and try to introduce everybody. We have Adam P. Cray. How you doing, Adam?
Hi, thanks for having us on.
Yeah, and what do you do? You're an actor in the movie. What do you who do you play in the short?
I play Reverend England.
There you go. You look like a reverend to me.
Thanks, I try.
We have Walter Rivero. You're also an actor, and how else are you involved in the movie?
Producer.
Producer, okay.
Other stuff that's needed.
Producer and man of every hat. So what's the character
Yeah,
you play in the short?
I play one of the cult members.
Oh, okay.
Garrett.
So we have a reverend and a cult member. Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good so far. We have, and forgive me if I'm saying this wrong, but I'm a boy from Massachusetts that doesn't know how to read very well. Dinah,
Danya.
Danya. Oh
Yes.
man, I'm the worst. All
No
right,
worries.
Danya, tell us a little bit about your character in the movie.
So I play Ashley. Ashley is a 18-year-old girl, freshly 18. It's her 18th birthday. And she is just hanging out with her friends and trying to have a good time on her 18th birthday. And I guess other people decided they have different plans.
Oh, okay. I get it. I get it. And Chris is back as well. He was having some technical problems. How you doing, Chris?
Great. How are you doing?
Pretty good. And tell us a little bit about yourself and how you're associated with the film.
Um, well, I wrote the screenplay for. Um, well, I don't want to say I wrote the screenplay. I collaborated on the screenplay with Garry. Um, so the mistakes were mine. The good stuff was shared.
I appreciate.
It
I'm
was
sure.
very
Yeah.
much a collaborative process when we wrote it. Um, yeah, and we started working on this sometime around 2012, I would say. Uh, and then Gary got busy with some other projects that I'm sure he talked about. And after he was done with that, we jumped back in on this a decade later, and here we are.
Wow. It's crazy that it's been going on for that long. That's intense. Um, so like so a decade later, have you guys worked a lot with each other even before that, or how long have you guys had a working uh, partnership?
We just kind of worked on each other's stuff. You know, it's funny. I remember the day I kind of met Gary as a filmmaker. I was a delivery driver, and he worked at a delivery place, and it was September 11th, 2001, which is a memorable date, obviously. And I stopped at his work to drop off some stuff, and he had seen uh, a local cable access show that I had, and he recognized me from that, and we started talking, and you know that was 24 years ago, and we're still just on and off have worked together over the years a lot.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is a very memorable day. Definitely remember where I was that day. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, local access. That I had a show back in the day as well, and I'm glad no one recognized me from that show because it was embarrassing. Man, oh Shevitz, let me tell you, it was. Let's just say you were better off on your end. It's if anyone has ever seen mine, it would not end as nearly as well, and it was probably around the same time as well that I was doing mine. Mine was in Auburn, Mass. Um,
Okay.
there was just a bunch of people who had no idea what they were watching, and rightfully so. Um, so, how did you guys get involved with this wonderful cast? Like, are these all people you've worked with in the past, or just know through? I mean, Massachusetts, and I know Walter's in New York, but he's been working with other mass directors and other projects and stuff too. Like, is it just is the family in Massachusetts that tight, or as far as like you guys all work together?
You want me to answer that,
I was going to say,
or somebody else?
I'm happy to speak to it. I saw this audition on one of the local pages that a lot of the film community in the New England area uses, and so I had not known Gary, Walter, or Adam beforehand, or Chris. And I got the opportunity to audition, and I was really privileged because I had to do a virtual audition. I spent a lot of time between Massachusetts and my home where I'm from in Iowa. So I got to do a virtual audition and booked the role for Ashley. So it was a lot of fun. And I got to meet a lot of other really cool and talented people that were both cast and crew. So
Nice.
And she's underselling herself there a little bit, because the fact that she got the role on a Zoom call speaks a lot to her ability to communicate over that medium, which is incredibly difficult. But she nailed it on that audition. So
You had to, because as you can tell with like the internet, there's always, problems or whatever. So being able to,
Yeah.
get with everybody and them enjoying your stuff, it definitely speaks volumes at that point.
Yeah. Yeah. The internet is awesome as much as it is horrible. It can open up so many doors, and it can also be like, hey, everything's perfect, and then like a second later, just everything just like boom, you know. So yeah, I apologize for all the technical issues. I promise it's not like this all the time. So what about you, Adam? How did you get into the fray here with this project?
Well, I'd been Facebook friends with Garry for many years. I lived out in Los Angeles from 1999 to 2023. So we finally met in person a couple of years back, and we talked a little bit about it, and we also did a short together, he and I. And I went back to Los Angeles, and we had a couple of readings, Zoom readings. So I zoomed with the cast and filmmakers while I was in Los Angeles, and then I moved back here in July of 2023. So that's kind of how I got into it. But I'm originally from Massachusetts. I grew up between Westport and New Bedford.
Okay.
So yeah, so I came back home and was able to make some movie magic with this crew. So it's been fun.
Nice. And what about you, Walter?
I go way back with Gary. We met in 2012, I think, because of this movie called Plaga Zombie. It's an Argentinian trilogy, and I was in the second movie when I was in my 20s. And Gary befriended the original directors from that trilogy, and they found out that he wanted to make some sort of his version of Plaga Zombie. And then I contacted Gary, and we hit it off. We became, friends, and we got involved in Plaga Zombie American Invasion, which is playing in the background. And after that, we said, "Yo, let's partner up and let's try to make as many movies as we can, as long as we can. We're up there in age, but we have the stamina and charisma and the ambition." So we made the Plaga Zombie American Invasion, and then we did this short film with him and Kevin, another one of our colleagues, and Alicia, and all these people that are involved in this short film called The Evil Unleashed, that was made specifically for the dead of winter last year. And we were brewing the idea of Sins of the Devil, and that's when I met Chris doing The Evil Unleashed. So we kind of like meshed everybody together. But it's with Gary, we've been doing this for years. So that's my answer, I guess.
Nice. Well, no, it's good. I mean, and we see a lot of actors and directors and stuff that work with some of the same people over the years, and it's good to have, especially if you don't have the luxury of having an unlimited budget and stuff like that, to get people that like that's all they do, like 24/7 is act. Like they have people that they know they can work with,
Yeah.
and they work well with, and it shows. Like Tony always points out, you can tell when people are comfortable on screen, and it makes for a better movie. But I wanted to well, Angel's here. He was having some technical problems. We keep having technical problems, it looks like. But
I think I'm here.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know
in.
if you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear. I can hear you as long as everyone else can. We're getting some feedback. You, Angel? We just got some feedback from someone.
Oh, the internet.
Yes.
Uh,
I don't know. Angel, do you have any questions for our guests?
are we?
Not right now.
No.
Sorry.
Trying to figure things out.
I think it's me with the feedback. So let me
Okay. All right. Mute it up.
I think that's me.
Yes.
Now we can.
Yes.
I think that was.
Oh, the internet. Anyways, so as far as Dead of Winter coming up, because I'm excited about it. I know Angel's excited about it. Now I'm gonna say your name incorrectly, even though you have an adorable dog behind you right now. So have you been able to see any of your work in the past, like on a big screen and at a venue like this before?
Yes. So I recently did a short with another local director, local to New Bedford. His name's Ryan Nunes, and he is absolutely lovely. We did a short called A Beautiful Day, which is about how to summarize it well without giving it away, because there's a very, very good plot. But it is about bringing awareness to Alzheimer's and dementia. And I have gotten the ability to see this film through film festivals and things such as that. But with Sins of the Devil and it being a feature length, this will be my first time seeing a feature, like me on the big screen with a feature length film. So I'm really excited for that.
I didn't realize it was a feature length. I thought it was a short. So I apologize. I called it a short earlier. I thought.
Oh no, this is a feature.
Oh, I'm extra excited now. What day is it? Is it playing on Saturday or is it playing on Sunday? Do you guys know?
Oh no, we're in the editing process right now.
There's a trailer, right? A teaser premiering.
Oh, so that's what's.
I think that's what you're thinking.
There's a teaser.
I thought we were going to see the whole thing at Dead of Winter. I'm the most misinformed guy ever.
And that's why you're the worst.
Yeah, it says it right there. I'm pointing right at my screen. It says it right there. The word. Man,
just an appetizer.
Long day. Anyways, it's just an appetizer. I just got super excited for nothing.
Now you said you started this in 2012. Is it the same movie, or was there so many like different edits or whatever? It's like, is it start one way and completely different, or?
So there was a basic story, and we wrote a script. It was probably a 45-page script, and had to do a lot of overhauling. When I think I met with Garry early 2023 to resurrect that script, and we overhauled it. And then just as we started, doing readings and with the actors, they brought a lot. They brought their own perspectives to the characters. They made a lot of suggestions, and we made a lot of changes. And then honestly, every time we got on set, we made changes to the story for a lot of reasons. Sometimes production reasons, sometimes just last minute creative changes. But so it was evolving, and I'm sure it's evolving in the editing room. I'm sure Garry is looking at stuff and saying, you know what, this is how we shot it, but let's fix this here or there. And making a movie is a constantly evolving process. I know some writer directors and things like that, they have a vision and they see it through from beginning to end, and it's sort of just bringing something to life. But this was really just an evolving process all the way through. So yeah, the thing that started back in 2012, I think, had the same name, and a couple of the characters had the same names, but it's totally animal.
Yeah, been doing this show for as long as we've been doing it. What I thought I knew about making movies and whatever, I realized I had no idea because as a film watcher or whatever, you would think it's like, oh well, they could have did this and whatever, and then I realized that so much stuff happens on a set that you don't even know or what could happen. So I look at movies completely different than I used to. So.
Yeah, you talk about movie magic, but it's a lot of movie engineering and problem solving, and living with mistakes and making the mistakes and sometimes in the beautiful parts of the story. It's there's a lot of planning, but it's often there's what's that saying in warfare? No plan. Every plan. No plan stays intact upon meeting the battlefield, and that's just kind of how filmmaking do.
Yeah, imagine you got to stay as fluid as possible just to be able to go with the flow of certain things or happy accidents.
Can you guys hear me now? Or
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
There you
$1
are.
million bucks.
Sorry about that.
What happened?
I changed laptops. So
It was a social
that's why
experiment.
you were getting that feedback.
Oh, okay.
Two going at once. But, yeah, I don't know how
people in the chat like this. This is from like 10, 15 minutes ago. But is this going to be getting a theatrical release, like a short run or anything?
Yeah, that's a good question. First things first, we'll probably get this thing done. We'll have like a cast and crew premiere, and then from there we'll have to see what we want to do. Basically, my idea is to get it into the festivals and get out there in front of people.
Yeah,
that's what we did with Plague of Zombie, and that's how we found our agent in California. So I was also going to send it to him, see if he has any ideas, of how to tackle it. But right now, I think it's just going to be the festival circuit.
For you, nice. Also, I'm assuming he's a mutual friend of all of us. Matt Fisher's in the chat saying, "What's up?"
Oh, nice.
What
up, Matt?
What up?
What's going on?
Matt Fisher's the man.
Good guy.
Shout out.
So someone's asking if anyone here is a indie movie producer.
Zoe May.
So the answer
Yes.
at least one or two here, but oh, Gary, I'm not going to read this one out loud.
Who's that handsome?
Oh, bitch.
Handsome.
The world can barely handle one Chris. Sorry, Zoe.
Yeah, I did notice there's a lot of comments there.
Yeah. Sergio's asking if we have the trailer. I do have the preview. What is it? The 1 minute 3 second preview.
It's like a little preview.
Yeah. I have to play it from the tab, but are you guys cool with me playing that?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, cool. I'm just gonna play that now.
Yeah.
It should be any second now. Again, we have technical issues. Give me 1 second.
Technical D's.
I found you all in your darkest hours, in your lowliest of places. I gave you new life because I saw something special in each of you. I love you. But my love is not unconditional. Neither is the love of the one we serve. Tonight, the moon will bleed. So will our enemies. Don't be sloppy tonight.
There we go. So I'm assuming we'll see. We're gonna see some more juice at Dead of Winter, huh?
No, that's basically what we're showing.
Yep.
For real?
With a little, yeah, with a little bit of a
Yeah,
a little quick short film ahead of that.
a short film.
Yeah, we're very, I think we're still in the early stages of editing, so
Okay.
a lot of it I haven't even gotten to like the color grading or anything like that. So it's
Ooh,
very,
we're early.
yeah, it's very, very, very fresh. So
That's good. So
You know.
all right. So when did you guys wrap up?
We actually have one more shoot to do in March, but that should be the final. When did we what was our last day? That was freezing out, and the funny thing is, we started
October.
We started this shoot, this first scene, which is the opening scene to the movie, and we kind of started it, and it was freezing out. It was a miserable shoot. It was our first day, and then we kind of book ended it finishing this same scene, same place, and it was freezing cold, and it was freaking misery to get through too.
It went from freezing spring night to a freezing autumn night. And then there were a lot of hot, sweaty nights in between too. So we had the whole gamut.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you got one
I
more.
remember those nights.
One more shoot date in
March.
March. When?
March. And it's March 21st is what we're doing. We're actually looking for if anybody wants to bring their kids down to be extras in a cult film. It's gonna take place in New Bedford. You can go to our page for the info, but it's gonna be indoors, so you don't have to worry.
What's the age? What's the age requirement, or when you say kids, how? What's the?
We're looking anywhere from what do we have? 5 to 18? Is that what we have? So it's supposed to be
5 to 18.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like the cult, so it could vary. But we do want younger kids for the particular thing that we have. So
all right, I'll have to look into that.
Angel's like, He's like, I can shave my beard off and.
I'm talking about hey kid.
I know. I'm just being dumb.
There'll be 3 kids showing up.
You'd be on your knees like Dorfon Golf.
Yeah,
your shoes strapped to your knees.
Yeah, put me in the movies.
5 to 18. I was hoping you were going to say 5 to 49 or something like that.
Yeah.
You figure that out. Sergio, of course, missed the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
He's the one who asked for it, and he missed it.
Rock and roll, bro.
He could find it on YouTube.
Yep, he totally can. That's the facts. That's exactly what I was going to tell him to do.
Yeah.
Just look it up.
That way we can get some more views. We need views.
Exactly. But yeah, so besides wrapping this project up, do you guys have anything big in the works coming up?
I don't know
if you guys want to talk about
for myself. No, this is the next few months.
Finish one before you start something new.
Oh
yeah. I don't really.
He just said he's just starting to cook.
I'll be deep into the editing, and so to get this thing done for at least October, I want it done by. So,
as far as the actors and the actress, if they have any other projects that they're involved in.
Yeah. Quite a few
Dhanya does.
coming up, which is a blessing to be able to say. Couple things coming up for this other short that I did called Turkey Lover. That is on YouTube if you want to watch it. It's not safe for work, so don't watch it at work. But I with another local director, Ted Omo, who is also a wonderful person. We're doing a prequel to Turkey Lover, which is going to be, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's going to be the group of friends from Turkey Lover, but they're going to be showing a little back story of some of the comments that were made during Turkey Lover, and I'm actually writing my own film.
Oh.
So about it's historical drama based on the Hartford, Connecticut circus fire. So I'm really, really excited for that. I'm hoping to shoot that in late summer. And the process of writing a movie is no joke. I'm blessed to have some really good resources, but Gary and Chris, I don't know how you do it.
No.
Chris's was like he's the machine. I don't know how he does it. I just come in and like sprinkle little things here and there, but Chris is like the machine that cranks it out.
How about Walter and Adam? Do you guys have anything in the works?
No, I'm attached to Gary's hip, so I Gary. I'm like Adam Sandler with his people.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
If we make it together.
That's right. Adam, you in the same boat?
Yeah, I'm just kind of focusing on some writing projects right now, and I have a feature that just finished its festival run. It's called Where the Dead Go. So we're looking for distribution. My production company is called Cinemixta, and it's with Alberto Rodriguez. We're based out in Los Angeles. So we did this feature that had a pretty good festival run. It also played in New Bedford, played the New Bedford Film Festival last year. And we worked on it. We collaborated with Carlos Gallardo, the original mariachi from El Mariachi.
Oh, wow.
So he's a producer and actor on the film. So yeah, we're trying to get that distributed this year, and yeah, just look towards the next couple of years, working on some scripts and chipping away at a novel. So keeping pretty busy.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So Zoe's asking if there's anyone she can talk to about her movie idea, like a producer wise. Any advice on where to send an aspiring filmmaker?
Advice?
Yeah, as far as like someone who's like looking to.
You need a lot of patience.
A lot of patience. Yeah.
A lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically had like the tiniest budget that we could have.
Mm-hmm.
My advice, though, is
getting stuff was it was pretty challenging.
What were we gonna say, Chris?
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
was Chris saying something?
Get involved with other people, work with other people, make friends, and do as much as you can yourself. That's I don't know. Some people manage to find somebody who is a producer who brings their dreams to life. But in my experience, you just have to sort of grind it. It's a lot of grinding. It's a lot of work. So just try where you can find people to work with and work with on their projects. Ask for favors where you can to work on to get them to work on your projects. I think that's the best way. Find a community.
Yeah, I would say agree with Chris. You'd probably want to at least look for local filmmakers and try to help them out. Start off there and then try to meet people and build relationships basically. Unless you want to learn how to do everything yourself and then you just pick up a camera and go do it yourself. But other than that,
that's what I'm doing.
I would say, Zoe, there's a really good resource, especially for women in film and television New England. It's a Facebook page. I would recommend joining that and reaching out to community members in that Facebook page. I believe it's Women in Film and Television New England. So definitely reach out and post there. I'm sure people would be very, very happy to, collaborate and, give you some guiding advice and things such as that. So
go to horror conventions, go to film festivals.
Yeah.
Especially in the horror realm, that's where even social media nowadays, every different kind of social media kind of has its own little pocket for it. I know on TikTok there's a horror community and an Instagram and everything else. So I have no idea what I'm talking about because I never made a movie or starred in a movie. But
yeah, same.
Also an idea too is like, sometimes if you have like a feature film you want to get done, which is it's really hard to do, maybe take a really good scene from that script for the feature and kind of make a short film off that one scene. That way it's a start to
A little proof of concept.
exactly. We do that.
Now you said you wanted to have this film done around like October. You're looking to push it to, because not only film
That's a
festivals,
treat,
but if you
baby.
go to like different cons. I know there's a couple in Jersey that have their own little like style of film festival type deal.
Yeah, we will, look into all the locals first, but we'll probably have, like I said, a cast and crew premiere, and then we'll have a premiere for the public to be able to come to. So it's usually how we do it.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Right on. Right on. Angel?
Hmm?
I said Angel.
What's up?
Sounded like you were about to say something.
No, I forgot. I forgot. I was talking. I was off of the back of the proof of concept stuff. So I was already talking about. But yeah, mixing it up with your community is the best way.
Now, with the writing with it, was there any movies you kind of look towards for this kind of deal? Because I know if we're talking about like cultish things, it's not. I don't want to say it's not like mainstream, but there's not really many movies besides like Rob Zombie has, Lords of Salem and stuff with that kind of deal, or even Hereditary kind of popped
Well,
up.
as far as mains, like, I mean, I don't know. I could be completely talking out of my butt, but as far as like mainstream, like there's a lot of cult movies out there that are like iconic, but as far as like commercially,
one of the inspirations was definitely Rosemary's Baby. And,
nice.
So it's kind of, if I had to describe it, it's kind of like a Rosemary's Baby and Devil's Rejects had a kid. This is what you would get.
Wow. It's going to be a strange looking kid.
I don't know what was inspiring Chris when you were writing it. Did you have any?
We talked about this.
All right.
Gary and Walter and I are all around the same age. We were little kids during the probably heard of the Satanic Panic, right? The
Satanic Panic.
Some ways we're back there again, but the moral majority and a lot of what's wrong with the kids and lots of TV hard hit 2020 documentaries about satanic cults and stuff, and come to find out a lot of that stuff was just the imaginations of scared adults.
It's like it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your Satan is?
Right, and this is what I kept thinking when I was writing was like, all right, that stuff was all, but what if it wasn't?
Yeah.
What if really these
tunnels were real?
Scary people were out there? And that's kind of I was drawing on the fear of the fear. What if those worst fears were real?
Adam, Dhanya, is there any inspirations you kind of guys looked to when you were, thinking about your character?
I mean, I don't know that I was inspired by it, but I definitely looked at some footage of Osama bin Laden because I mean, he had, of course, one of the largest cults, and he would hold himself. He was always soft spoken and very calculating, and that's kind of what I drew from as far as my character, as opposed to a Charles Manson or a Adolf Hitler or someone, so I wanted to play him very, very low key, very subtle. And that's kind of what I drew from.
Sometimes that makes it more terrifying. Sometimes instead of having people yell at you, if it's like that soft spoken where it's like, hold on, wait, did I just hear what, but
makes it seem
very, very
crazier.
subtle. Yeah, subtle. It's just like, is he saying what I think he's saying kind of deal? And it's just,
and I believe every word of it. Yeah.
Yeah. To Adam's point, there were some some dialogue I wrote that was kind of like, and Adam would look at, a half a page of dialogue and say, what if I just say this? And after having seen him play the character, yeah, that's the way you got to go with it. We don't need to say all this because you'll say that, subtly in between the lines, and it was way more effective than what I put on the page. So
yeah, sometimes less is more.
Yeah,
for
Sometimes.
sure.
Yeah.
So real quick, first off, Wolfie's in the chat room saying Jim Jones, the king of crazy cults, which I don't disagree. But and then Jessica is in the chat. She missed the first half of the show, but she wanted to know if the movie was personally funded or was it Kickstarter.
We did Indiegogo. We raised about $2,000 off that, and then the rest has just been pocket change and stuff we've been finding in the cushions of our couch.
Where to do it?
Yeah, so that's what I'm really proud about. Everyone that helped out. We had a really small cast and crew, and we just kind of like came together. And there was some nights that were tested all our patience, but I think I was really proud of how everybody came together and got the job done.
Yeah,
when we needed them to.
And everybody went way above and beyond. We went like months over schedule, and people were, Dhanya and the other and Adam and the rest of the cast just went way beyond what we originally asked, we originally planned. So it was there was a lot of just hard work and plugging away, and people doing more than they should ever be asked to do. So it was really an amazing group effort.
That's good to hear. Know that like these guys stuck by you guys even with some of the hiccups and all that kind of stuff. It just goes to show that you guys have a good group, that believe in what you're doing and are putting in that sweat equity for the art, and the craft.
And you're passionate for it, because sometimes people are just like, it's kind of like my calling card at this point in time.
Yeah.
But that's why I love indie film, because it just shows like, people make it for the right reason, as opposed to, okay, I'm going to get a paycheck this time. And it just shows off the screen where it's like, this doesn't seem like they really care to be here. So it's one of those things where, if it's you're shooting over a couple months or whatever, some people would have just been like, forget this. But, your passion shows through, and then you get a film to come out. And like I said, it says a lot more than some people. A lot of the critics out there, or should I say critics, always have an opinion, but it's like, how many movies did you make, kind of deal.
Fucking none. Fucking none.
We were very, very fortunate to, find all the actors we had, because I think everyone just knocked it out of the park, So as a director, it just makes your job a lot easier when you get somewhere and like you have your actors prepared and ready to kind of fly off the seat of the pants, as the saying goes, and like kind of a lot of times we'd have to change things around right on the spot, and everyone was quick to change, and I'm very proud of all of them.
That's good.
Now, I'm sure every movie is, completely different from each other, but is there anything off this film that you're taking to the next to be like, okay, I learned this off of this film, now I'll do this a little bit different? Or is every movie so completely different than that it's like, okay, this was this, and the next one's going to be a little bit different?
That kind of happened with Plaga Zombie, because it was such a over the top film with so much like practical effects and digital effects. Like I don't know, I don't think I could ever do another movie like that. And it's just like a bonkers over the top film, where this one I wanted to actually make something scary and grounded in more more something realistic. And the next one, I don't know what I'm going to do next time. It might not be a horror film. I don't know. I'll have to say.
They don't all have to be. I mean, they're fun, but there's other
Yeah.
stuff out there.
There'll always be like an element of comedy in my films, or
That's what I was gonna say. Going to a comedic route. you
Yeah.
know?
Wolfie just asked if Dhanya and Gary are wearing the same shirt, and I wanted to point out that Wolfie, they're all wearing the same shirt.
Oh shit.
Is actually Adam, are you wearing the same shirt too?
No, I got a Henley
All
on.
but Adam are wearing the same
you
shirt.
blew it. Chris blew it almost in the beginning.
He's a
We,
reverend.
we were lucky enough to watch him change his shirt.
That's right. The Reverend does.
I
his
should have
thing.
waited till we went live.
Yeah,
The reverend doesn't wear it.
it's true. He doesn't.
And
want-
it looks like there's multicolors and multi styles and multi everything. So, Wolfie, that means you got to get it like 3 or 4 shirts.
Yeah,
You
that's
a
right.
t-shirt. Cut the sleeves off so you can run around.
Yeah, that's what
Sure.
Walter does. I don't think he owns a shirt with sleeves.
I think Walter's
No,
frozen.
not
You
for nothing.
frozen on your side?
Is he frozen?
I think he is.
Gotta
Either
show
that or that
the
movie's
ink, you
paused.
know.
No, but he's also he's pretty built. If I was built, I would also not have sleeves.
Walter, what was your inspiration for Gary? Was it?
He's like to be as still as possible.
That's right.
50% Garrett is me, and 10% of it is all YouTube videos about goes and murder.
Well,
Did you get that?
About
Part
what
of it.
murder? What a murder on YouTube?
I said 99%
I said-
is Ryu, and
I said
1%.
50%.
I'm,
All right.
I'm joking.
50% is me,
Yeah.
and the other 50 probably some psychotic,
Okay,
movie or whatever.
fair enough. Well, we do have to wrap things up, so I want to
yeah.
go through and make sure everyone has a chance to let everyone know where they can follow them, like to keep an eye on,
But
upcoming
we didn't
stuff.
get Danya's inspiration yet.
Yeah.
We didn't.
My inspo, let's see.
Yeah, what's
the
Tanya's
shirt.
inspiration?
It was the shirt. We already know this.
Yeah, my inspo is the shirt. No.
Yeah.
I would say, honestly, for. Okay, this is going to be a little bit of a can of worms, but
Hell
my
yeah.
inspo was a little bit, but not completely like Bella Swan from Twilight. Now, hear me out, because I know this when she's like, but that's not what I wanted to do. But Ashley is pretty reserved in a lot of aspects of her social interactions with others, and I feel like Bella Swan does that pretty well. And so I kind of leaned on that like a little bit, but I didn't want to be like that campy. To be fair, I love Twilight. Like, don't even get me started.
Twilight's good.
I love Twilight, but I didn't want it to be campy. I didn't want her performance to be like exactly that, where she's like,
Yeah.
So I leaned on that a little bit. And then, I don't know, I kind of just tried to remember what it was like to be a socially awkward 18-year-old. Because that was kind of what I picked up from her. She's pretty reserved, a little awkward, especially when she tries to get out of things. So that was kind of my inspo.
Very nice.
Hell yeah.
There you go. So, but yeah, I just want to go around and just give you guys all a chance to promote yourself and, let people know where they can follow you for updates on what you guys are up to individually. So let's start with Gary, the director. So Gary, where can people go to follow you and everything you got? I know you're going to be editing for a while, but
Yeah.
if you want to follow that process, I don't know if you'd post about that, but whatever.
Basically, I would say just Facebook. We have the Psycon Productions page on Facebook. We have the Sins of the Devil production page on Facebook. Also, if you want to get to see some of my work, you can go to Tubi and watch Plaga Zombie American Invasion. Check it out. If you like it, well, don't get used to it because Sins is a lot different. But if you enjoy that, I think you'll definitely enjoy Sins of the Devil. So look out for it in the future.
Cool. Adam, what about yourself?
I am on Instagram and Facebook at Adam P. Cray. So that'd be the easiest way to find me.
Okay. And Chris.
I'm I'm on Facebook occasionally, Instagram occasionally. I'm just starting up on Blue Sky a little bit. I'm still a little bit on Twitter. I have a story in a anthology that just came out by New England horror writers called Wicked Abandon. It's got a lot of great stories in there, a lot of great local writers. You can find that on Amazon, wherever you buy books. And I still blog Synaptic Space at WordPress.com. I do nonfiction blogging on lots of history, folklore, fiction, movies, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Nice. Let's go, Walter. Where can people follow you?
Walter's frozen.
You could go on my Instagram. Look, am I frozen?
Your video.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. Yeah.
I see Manny creeping up behind you over there.
Oh, fair.
So,
basically, my Instagram and my Facebook are the same. So it's Walter Cobra with a K, Rivero, Rivero.
Okay.
And that's basically what I use. And then I run the other, the Psycon and stuff like that on Instagram. So
nice. Perfect.
I also want to take this moment to shout out to other people that are involved in the movie that are here, like Renee and everybody that was involved in this movie did a spectacular job. We had rainy nights, rainy days, hot summer, and everybody pulled through. So I'm proud of every single individual in this room and out of the room. So I don't know if they're going to see this later, but I love you all. And thank you for being part of this movie. Especially Angie. This is for Angie.
Oh, Angie. No, that's awesome. Yeah, that's cool. And Dhanya.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. If you want to follow me, I'm on Instagram. It's just my first name, so DHANYA_LOTT. I'm also on Facebook. Feel free to send me a friend request. And yeah, and if you want to follow my page for my dogs, that's linked in my bio as well, so you can see how my sweet puppies are doing. And I want to echo the same sentiment that Walter had. We had so many wonderful, talented people that helped us out on set. To my fellow castmates, especially Alyssa and Angie, they were such a joy to work with, and I'm glad that I made friends for life from this production. So I just wanted to say thank you.
Nice.
The dog approves.
Yes.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Dog's like, hell yeah.
Shake my head. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Angel, what about yourself?
Love you too, Matt.
Matt. Yeah, just follow me on Instagram on Chaos Manus right there. And follow the podcast page, That Strange Show. We'll be back soon with some new episodes. Just been on hiatus, taking care of some other things and trying to kickstart some stuff. But also, buddies of mine and myself, we got a Kickstarter coming up February 13th for what we hope to be our new animated series called Vampire Surf Cult. So go check that out. It's soft launch right now. So go follow the page, Kickstarter.com projects, Vampire Surf Cult. Yeah, help us out with that. And yeah.
Cool. Tony.
You can follow me at Tony Has Nine Fingers on YouTube. I haven't done a video, but I do have a whole bunch of stuff up there, movie related, reviews, unboxings, whatever. Tony Has Nine Fingers on X, which I hardly ever use, but it's in my shtick. Tony Has Nine Fingers on the newly back TikTok. Was gone for 12 hours that we all kind of went crazy. But Tony Has Nine Fingers on there, which is my fastest growing social media. So you'll see me there most of the time. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me, and of course here on the Wicked Horror Show most Tuesdays. Whether we have awesome guests or it's just horror movie talk, you'll find us here. Remember to watch us live so you can see trailers and stuff and watch all the technical difficulties as opposed
all
to
that.
listening to the technical difficulties. So, yes.
Tony, you look like you have 10 fingers. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
It's a little bent. It just Tony has 9 fingers. Has a little.
Tony has 9.5.
Yeah, I'm not fingers over here.
It flows a little bit better than 9.5.
Yeah, I do like the name. Yeah,
it is a good name. Yeah,
Hey, Tony, you know Tony 9 Fingers?
yeah. I know that guy. He's got all those movies. That guy.
Hey, wait a minute. He's got all his fingers. What's going on here?
It's a personal thing with that guy.
It's the man it's man behind. What is it from Wizard of Oz? Don't bother with the man behind the curtain.
Yeah, something like that. For myself, just A Knuckle on Instagram, and besides doing this, I'm also part of That Strange Show. Both shows are on the Dorkening Podcast Network and Dead of Winter Entertainment.
That's right.
Speaking of Dead of Winter, both Angel and myself will be at Dead of Winter February 22nd and 23rd, and we'll also be at the show after the 22nd.
Symphony of Scares or something like that. Yeah, we'll be there recording.
At Ralph's Chadwick Square Diner. Yes.
I'll have my Black Magic cam running around recording.
I don't know about running, but we'll be there.
Yeah. That is true, because I'll have to have the cane for in between.
You should bring your walker. But it'll be good. And you guys will be there as well. So we'll just stop by. Will you guys have a booth, or are you guys just going to be hanging out?
I'm going to be out and about.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So remember,
we're just gonna be hanging.
Let's take a mental picture of this screen right here. So then we have like reference. So like when we're walking by each other, we could be like, and then you're like,
Then what Gary can do is Gary can talk really quietly.
Sure.
I'll be like, "Hey, I remember you. Your microphone didn't work at first."
Yeah, you're the
And then
you're the back feed guy, right?
Yeah.
Ruining our show.
No, you didn't ruin anything.
Walker's not frozen. He's moving all over the place.
Yeah, he's very skilled.
It's the curse. It's the curse of sins of the devil. We've been cursed,
Exactly.
just like The Exorcist.
I look. Thank you for tonight, but yeah, definitely look to mix it up with you guys in the flesh.
Yes.
At Dead of Winter, and then continue the conversations and keep killing it. Can't wait to see what you guys cook up. I know Gary's got the pot simmering. He said he's got all that raw data to go through. So.
Good luck.
We'll see. Gary's like,
Yeah. Thanks for coming on, guys.
He's got to get edit now. We got to help him out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Walter gets me my water.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on. We'll see you guys at Dead of Winter, and have a good night. And the audio will go up this Thursday, so people have plenty of time to listen to the technical difficulties.
Edit it out, man. Just leave the banshee screaming.
Anyways, all right. Have a good night, everyone. Bye.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Take care.
Yep.